Hi class, this is a presentation that I recently gave to a bank who is a prospect of ours. We were trying to sell our software to them, so we were trying to point out the current state, what our recommendations are, and the future state and benefits of employing or deploying our software. So this is the presentation that we used. So first is the agenda. We covered the cost of the current state, recommendations for improving the current state, and then forecasted savings. So we started off by showing them, I call out some quotes and some items to really draw their attention and get them interested in the presentation. I realize that they are working on lots of different projects, and they've got lots of people sort of looking for their attention, and so the idea of these first few slides is to get them interested and to actually gain their attention. So as you can see in the current state, the bank is currently storing over 2 million paper documents. They spend over 300 hours a month managing paper and 40 hours just creating paper folders to store documents. They spend 4 person months per year looking for documents. And this is a quote from someone I met with in their retail banking office. They said that they get lost trying to remember how many copies they need to make for what they're doing. So to do their job, they're confused about how many copies of documents that they need to make. So this was very effective in getting the executives' attention when I started the presentation. Then I just, at a very high level, show them the current state. So there are 3 different areas that we looked at, lending and administration. And I walk through the different steps. So these are very paper-based steps, very manual steps, and they add to the cost of doing business. This was their credit applications and credit line and how they currently operate. So again, very paper-based. I kind of walked through this at a very high level. And then loan operations. So 3 different areas that I looked at. Each of the 3 is very paper-heavy. Then I show them the current state costs. So what's the cost of the current state? 7 touch points for every loan that they administer. They spend over 21 hours just completing a single loan file, which costs them over $400 in additional costs that they don't need to spend. And there's also 300 pages of paper in every single loan file on average. So again, what's the current state look like? I show them these three areas, and then what the future state, if they use our software, what that would look like. And so you can see from a visual level, it's pretty powerful in terms of showing how the current state would go from 15 steps down to 3 steps. So that's pretty strong visual. And then the future costs. So these are the savings that we estimated. So 1.3 million 3-year gross benefit, $847,000 in 3-year total cost of ownership, an ROI of 42%, which is really good, and a 3-year net benefit of over $453,000.